facing our fears, laughing through the chaos and drinking some beers. So here's to the laughs, the grunts and the cheers, all the awkward moments, and we're still here. Cause in the end we're just doing our thing. It's our crazy life, oh, one more thing. Oh, one more thing. Oh!
Welcome to Oh and One More Thing, a podcast where two longtime friends try to figure out what the heck is going on with this crazy thing called middle age.
It's a mix of stories of how we navigate our lives and maybe some questionable advice.
Some days we're wise, other days we're just trying to remember where the heck we left our phone.
So join us as we laugh, groan, and maybe even learn a little something about surviving in the second half of life. Oh, and one more thing. I'm Rob, and come on down to Oh and One More Thing.
Hey, I'm Brian. It's that time again. You know, our weekly time together shooting the shit.
Love it.
What's new since I saw you last?
What's new? Well, so my wife and I had our 10-year anniversary.
10 years?
Yes. Isn't that crazy?
Congratulations.
Thanks. And went out to dinner. We go to this really nice steak restaurant in downtown Wayzata called Gianni's.
I've heard of it.
That's the one time a year I get a bottle of wine.
Yeah, really? It's the only time you drink wine?
I'm not a big wine person, no.
What did you get?
We get a Sauvignon Blanc.
Okay, Sauvignon Blanc, I get it.
We found out from going to this restaurant for 10 years straight that New Zealand Sauvignon Blancs is my fave.
That's your favorite?
That is my favorite.
They have good wines.
Yeah.
But I prefer red wines.
Okay. Why?
Because first of all, they're delicious.
Well, no.
And they have levels of flavor. Same to white wines. They have levels of flavor too.
Sure.
But you just like only
Sauvignon Blanc.
Sauvignon Blanc?
Well, yeah, red wines, they taste like toenails.
Okay, wait a minute. This brings up a couple of questions for me.
Okay.
First of all, when have you ever had toenails in your mouth?
Well, that's kind of a personal question.
It certainly is, because that's gross. Okay. I don't know how you'd know that.
Well, it is, anyway.
But no, red wine I think is the best.
Okay.
And I prefer Pinot Noir.
Okay.
But I do like a good Merlot, a Syrah.
Okay.
I can't say it right.
Sure.
But anyway, I prefer red wine.
Yeah, see, I don't like red, because it's warm.
That's where the flavors are.
Yeah, but it just, no. And is it dry? Is that why I don't like it? Is that what I'm going for?
Well, there are dry wines, and that's based on the tannins in the wine, and it makes your tongue feel a little dry, in the back of your throat feel a little dry.
Maybe it's the tannin thing.
Yes,
that's
the
probably
tannins.
it.
So you get a lesser tannined red wine, and I think you might like it more.
Gotcha.
Because I think a Sauvignon Blanc has less tannins in it, and it's a little bit sweeter.
Okay. I like it a little sweeter. I don't want to go too much sweeter than that, though. I think that would be too much.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's kind of.
We should do some wine tasting.
We should. That would be fun.
Then we could see what you really like, and then test your palate, see if you like them.
Sure.
And when you wine taste, you do the swirl, the sniff. You get to bring the aroma in through your nose first before you taste it.
Sure.
And then when you actually put it in your mouth, you're supposed to suck a little air in with it, because it releases the flavors.
Oh, okay.
Before you swallow.
Sounds like a lot of work.
No, it allows you to then judge the flavors of the wine, and you can then determine which ones you like better or not.
Okay, so we need to find like a wine Costco that does a whole bunch of things on a Saturday.
Yeah, actually, a Total Wine. They do the wine tastings at Total Wine. Yeah.
Ooh, all right. So next Saturday, instead of going to Costco, we're going to Total Wine.
Well, if they have a class, yeah.
They have no class.
Or we could just plan a party.
We could.
And have a wine tasting party.
We totally could.
That'd be awesome.
I like that too. Yeah. When we do go shopping with my wife and I, and she always asks me, why do I whisper in the grocery store?
Okay. Why?
Well, I told her I'm trying to avoid the Price is Right.
The Price is Right. So that's like a little dig on our show today.
It is.
So today we're diving into the world of game shows, where trivia meets tension and someone always walks away with a toaster or $1 million.
You know it. Yep. So game shows is that perfect mix of trivia, tension, and totally unnecessary flashing lights.
Right.
But what's really wild is just how old game shows actually are. And I didn't know any of this until we started to dig into it a little bit.
Really?
Yeah. Did you know these didn't start on TV?
Yes, I did know there was radio game shows.
No, I didn't know that. But yeah, like over a century ago.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So back in the 1920s, there was no TV. There was no internet. Not even a solid snack lineup yet.
I get it. We just did a snack show.
Right? Just radio, jazz, and spelling bees. Can you believe they had first game shows? They were spelling bees?
I know, right?
Yeah,
How strange is that? But then again, it was very different back then.
Right.
So early radio stations figured out that people loved competition. So they'd hold spelling contests, quiz segments, and even audience participation shows. It wasn't about big prizes back then. It was about the thrill in being part of something live.
Oh, I get that. Yeah, the live audience is the best part.
Right.
Yeah. The Brooklyn Eagle quiz show in 1923 is considered a very early predecessor to the game show, airing on radio as a daily quiz show.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, though the term game show wasn't really in use yet, this radio program featured listeners mailing in questions for a prize, laying the groundwork for future interactive programs.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
One of the first real standouts was NBC's Vox Pop.
Vox Pop?
Yeah, Vox Pop in 1935.
Okay.
They'd literally go out into the streets, grab a random person, and ask them questions for prizes. It was casual, unpredictable, and the audience loved it.
Right, unless some weird guy with a microphone in the 30s walks up to you and says, "Here!"
I think that's a talk show today, isn't it?
Right, totally is.
Late night, they went outside and talked to people.
Yeah. Didn't Jay Leno do that, the man on the street thing?
Yeah.
That was his shtick, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So by the late 30s, these shows were all over radio. And then, here's a fun fact. The very first television game show debuted on the BBC in 1938. And it was
What was it?
a spelling bee.
Oh, there you go.
Right, spelling again. So clearly that was the peak of entertainment back then.
Yeah, right. Spelling. I would be terrible at a spelling.
Dude, I
bee.
suck at that. I mean, thank God for spell check.
I know, right? It tells you with a little underline that you spelt it wrong.
Tells you how-
And sometimes it corrects it itself for me. I'm like, thank you.
That's just a visual for how bad you really are.
Right.
All it is. Yeah.
This was cutting edge stuff, though. TV was brand new, and people were amazed just to see contestants on a screen instead of imagining them on the radio.
Right, and that's the start of us losing our imagination.
Absolutely. Once television took off after World War II, it was considered the golden age of game shows from 1940 to 1950.
Ah, gotcha.
And they took a major leap forward at that point. American TV officially launched commercially in 1941, and suddenly quiz shows were everywhere.
Right, and the 1950s were what you'd call the golden age of game shows. So this is when the stakes got higher, literally. You had big money programs like the $64,000 question.
That's a lot of money.
And 21 that offered life-changing prizes. So, and audiences were hooked. I mean, these shows brought regular people into the spotlight, teachers, housewives, businessmen, and turned them into national celebrities overnight. It was kind of the original reality TV in a way.
Yeah. And don't forget the panel shows like What's My Line? And I've Got a Secret.
Oh, God, those are the best.
Did you ever watch those?
Yes. I still watch like the reruns now on over the air.
Yeah, they're black and white.
Yeah. It's, oh God, they're so fun to watch.
They were more about the charm and humor.
Yeah.
Celebrity panelists trying to guess ordinary people's jobs or secrets.
Mm-hmm.
It was a witty, classy, and way less stressful than watching someone sweat over a $64,000 question.
Yeah, so one of the most famous celebrity panel shows was Match Game.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I know we're talking about the 40s and 50s, but oh my God, like you never watched that show for the contestants. It was all about the celebrities.
It was the celebrities and how much fun they were having.
Oh my God, it was great. And what's really funny is, I don't know if you really pay attention, the early, I think it was 73, 74, the early ones, it was kind of blah. But then when they got into Match Game 76, Match Game 77, yeah, there's lots of booze involved.
They were drinking for sure.
They were drinking a lot.
It's on TV today with Celebrity Match Game.
Yeah.
And from new panelists on there.
Right.
And they're funny.
Oh, they are funny, but nothing tops the old 70s. Oh my gosh, they were so funny.
Right.
Hilarious. All right. So as you get into the 50s and 60s, lots of scandals.
Yeah.
So not everything was as innocent as it looked. So by the late 50s, cracks started showing, the so-called quiz show scandals.
Yeah, it turns out some of those hugely successful quiz shows were rigged.
Shocker.
What?
Yeah, right?
Producers were feeding answers to contestants to boost drama and ratings. Viewers thought they were watching genuine competition, but it was basically scripted.
Yeah, and when it all came out, it was a national scandal. I mean, people felt betrayed. I mean, even Congress got involved. And in 1960, they passed an amendment to the Communications Act in 1934, officially making it illegal to fix quiz show outcomes or deceive viewers.
No, really, I did not know that. That's kind of crazy.
There was there was a movie, was it 21? I think that was actually
Was it the movie
I
21?
think it was just the movie 21,
Yeah.
all about the 21 scandal. And yeah, it went deep. I mean, they were feeding this guy everything, and everybody thought he was just the smartest guy in the world, and he honestly didn't know jack.
That's crazy.
Right?
That pretty much killed the big money era overnight. Sponsors pulled out, networks panicked, and suddenly quiz shows got a reputation problem.
Yep, and after that, the genre had to reinvent itself. I mean, most shows moved from primetime TV to daytime TV. where they became a little lighter and family friendly. Stuff like The Price is Right and Let's Make a Deal. Lower stakes, but way more fun.
Oh, yeah. So is that the thing? You can be more casual on daytime TV than you can be on primetime?
I think so. I mean, because the viewership isn't nearly as much. And really, as a kid, the only time you ever watch it is when you're home from school.
Okay.
I mean, I remember
or
that.
you stay home sick, you get to watch Price is
Price is
Right.
Right. Price is Right, 10 o'clock. Every time you're sick.
And I work from home. You think I could have Price is Right on every day? I
Right.
don't.
No, never do.
Why don't I?
I don't know. It's the best.
I'm going to watch it tomorrow.
I think you should. All right.
So fast forward a few decades, by the 70s and the 80s, the game shows had survived, but they got a serious upgrade.
Okay. So some of the more popular game shows, well, we've already talked about The Price is Right, which was the main host was Bob Barker, now Drew Carey, but the actual original host was Bill Cullen when it premiered in 1956. And if you ever see those old black and white episodes, it's not the same Price is Right.
It's not the same?
It was just lame. It wasn't fun. And then they kind of revamped it in the early 70s. And that's when Bob Barker came, and that's the Price is Right we know now.
And that's when the glitz came and the fun
Right.
and the lights and
Right.
the big wheel to spin. And
Right.
it was good.
Yeah, they kind of brought it all back.
Yeah.
Yeah. So speaking of wheels,
The Wheel of Fortune.
Right?
Hosted
Who
by
does-
Pat Sajak.
who doesn't know Wheel? Everybody knows Wheel.
I know. But of course now Ryan Seacrest is with Vanna White.
Yeah, and I think he's doing a pretty good job.
He started off rocky.
So he started off tough, but I mean, Pat
Yeah.
Sajak did it for freaking 90 years, it seems.
Right.
Like. Those are tough shoes to fill.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
But we watch Wheel of Fortune now all the time.
All the time.
Yeah.
Wheel
Of
Fortune.
How about Jeopardy? Hosted by the late Alex Trebek. And now by Ken Jennings,
And I
one of
think
the biggest winners.
I think Ken does a pretty good job.
I think so.
Yeah.
I don't watch it that often, but when I do watch it, and if I can actually answer a question, I feel pretty good about myself.
Do you know what other classic game show that Alex Trebek hosted?
No, what's that?
Well, yeah, he's hosted quite a few, but because I see this on reruns all the time, Classic Concentration.
Oh, what
Remember
is
that? Where they have the panels up there. And there's like 25 panels, and there's two matches. Two of the numbers match. You have to
Okay.
find them, and then you win
Okay.
the prize. And the bonus game was unique about that show in the late 80s was the bonus game was 15 numbers. You had like 30 seconds, and they were always cars.
Okay.
They had 8 cars in their studio, and you had to match 7 of the 8. And if you match all 7 in 30 seconds or 40 seconds, whatever, you won the last car you matched.
Wow.
So they're always giving away cars.
That's cool.
Funny that show didn't last very long.
Really?
I think the budget kind of got a little blown. So also one of the most famous ones, Family Feud, hosted by Richard Dawson.
Yeah. But remember Richard Dawson?
And now Steve Harvey. And remember how Richard Dawson used to kiss every woman
On the lips.
on the lips?
Oh my gosh. It was now today, of course, that's gross.
Oh yeah, right.
But it's creepy.
It's way creepy. But now Steve Harvey, and he doesn't kiss him on the lips, but some of the topics, man.
I know they're kind of crazy, right? He's funny.
little out
I
there.
like Steve Harvey.
Right? He is funny though. He has good humor.
How about Press Your Luck?
Oh, I love Press Your Luck.
Yeah, you don't want to forget that one. And
No.
I don't even know what the show was about, really, but all I remember is no whammies.
Yeah, remember the host on that one?
No, I don't.
Peter Tamarkin.
Oh my gosh, Peter Tamarkin. I don't
Yeah.
even remember that.
He's
no.
a one. He's a one and done. Unfortunately, he passed away by 15 years ago. But yeah, huge scandal on that one. I think we'll get to that in a little bit. But yeah, huge Press Your Luck scandal.
Yeah, we're going to talk about some scandals coming up here.
Yep.
Of course, we already mentioned Match Game, hosted by Gene Rayburn.
Right.
That was pretty fun.
Yep. You remember Hollywood Squares?
I loved Hollywood
Oh, that was
Squares.
awesome. Hosted by Peter Marshall.
Yeah, he was original, I believe.
Yeah, he was. Yep.
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 And this is one of my favorites.
Okay.
The Newlywed Game,
Love the Newlywed Game.
hosted by Bob Eubanks.
Yes. Oh, it was great.
We used to watch that, as a family, we'd
Right.
watch the Newlywed Game. And then at one of our dinner club parties we played the Newlywed Game.
Oh, get out.
And we played it with all of our couples. It was hilarious
funny.
trying to get people to match their answers.
Yeah.
It was great. It was a
Oh, that's
really good
funny.
time.
In high school, we did like a theater thing every year, and I was the host for the new Newlywed Game. I was the Bob Eubanks.
Nice.
Right?
In high school. I love it.
Yeah, it was awesome. Yeah, and then of course you can't forget Love Connection with Chuck Woolery.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, do you remember his phrase?
Yep. We'll be back in 2 and 2.
2 and 2. Yep, signaling the show will return in 2 minutes and 2 seconds after a commercial break.
Yep, that's right.
Yep,
And that would be a good place to take a break right now and talk about Spring Green. So we'll be back at 2 and 2.
Look at how you did that. I love it. Okay, so today's topic, we're going to talk about, do you need a full lawn care program?
I do need a full lawn care program.
Yes, you do, and that's all you need to know.
Is that
No, I'm
it?
totally kidding. I'm totally
Because I think I just answered my own question right there.
You go, right? So honestly, yes, you do. I mean, the big point of a full lawn care program. So our program is set up. We're there about every 4 to 6 weeks on average, and the key to it is you want to have consistent feeding of the lawn on a regular basis. But the bigger thing is the weed control.
Okay.
So the weeds, broadleaf weeds, you can only dandelions, clover, creeping Charlie, all your leafy weeds, you can only kill them on contact with the weed control as they're actively growing. Like you can't prevent those from coming in the yard.
Because they're growing from underneath from a root system.
Well, they're coming from the root system, but they also blow in from your neighbors or from the
Right.
weather or whatever. So, but you can't prevent them. The thicker you get your turf, the more you feed it, the thicker you get that grass, the harder it is for those weeds to get in there and take hold.
It makes sense.
So that's why you want to have those regular feedings. But yeah, the main part of that is you want to make sure that we're there on a regular basis to take care of those weeds for you. So I know a lot of folks, they only want to do 2 or 3 visits at a time, which is great, but it's not going to do a whole heck of a lot for your yard. So if you're going to invest in your yard, do the full program.
Okay, I love it.
There you go.
So before we go too much further on game shows, weren't you once on a game show, Rob?
As a matter of fact, Brian, I was on a little show called The Price is Right back in the day.
you were.
Yeah, I was. It aired, we taped it in October of 96. It aired as the first show of 1997. So January 2nd, actually, it aired. So I do still have a copy of it.
Yes, I've seen it.
You've seen it.
I love it.
I will find a way to get it up on our website and put a link to it. So those that want to see me look like a fool 30 years ago.
Okay, that would be nice.
Yeah.
You don't have to do that, but
Yeah.
you were sporting the jorts.
I was sorting the shorts with I think I was wearing some sort of boots too.
Yeah, boots and-
I was
yeah,
styling, dude.
it was amazing.
I was awesome, yeah. But it was kind of fun though to watch the whole process. So when you get there in the morning, so they tape in California and in Hollywood, the CBS studios, which they just got rid of, but so they do 2 tapings a day, and we got there at 8 in the morning, hoping we get into the noon taping. We just missed it.
And you and Marianne.
Yes, me and my mother. And so we just missed the early taping, so we were first in line for the afternoon taping, like at 5. So we literally sat outside on benches for like 9 hours.
They probably picked you ahead of time and said,
No, so
he's been waiting here for a long time.
I'm going to get to that. So it's the process is because a lot of people don't know how this whole thing works.
No,
They think you
I
just
don't
show
know
up
how it works.
Yeah, so it's super interesting. So you wait all day on these outside benches, and then they come, they put your numerical order from when you showed up. So 1 through however, it's like 300 people, however many in the audience. And they give you your name tag, and it's your legal full name. So I was Robert on the show, not Rob. I asked if I could be Rob. Nope, legal name.
Got to be Robert.
Got to be Robert. So they give you your name tag, and then they take you in groups of 10. Right before you go into the studio, they take you in groups of 10 in front of the producers.
Oh.
And they
this is
literally
where you have to be charismatic and fun.
Right. So they literally talk to every single person in that audience.
Oh,
and it's a
wow.
really quick, hi, who are you, where are you from, sort of thing. So I think we were, 25, 30 in line. So we watched a couple groups go in front of us, right?
Okay.
And everybody's like, hey, who are you, where are you from? Hi, I'm Brian, I'm from Waconia, Minnesota. Oh, hey, Brian, how you doing? And seriously, that was everybody,
First
right?
of all, I don't sound like that.
Well, okay, yes, you do. So they give it to me and my mom, and they go, so hi, who are you, where are you from? And I'm, hey, I'm Rob, I'm from Minnesota. I'm so excited to be out here in California, here with my mom, put my big arm around her. I can't wait to be in a game show, blah, blah, blah. I'm just jumping up and down, just making a fool of myself. And that's when the producer turned around, pointed to the person behind him, pointed, and came back and smiled at me and said, great, good to meet you, Rob.
Really? So
Yep.
did you have an idea then?
So I had an idea. So then, you kind of stay in the line a little more. They file you in and you go sit down and sit in the audience and the show starts. And they tape it as an hour-long show. Like they put in the commercial breaks live during the show.
Really? Oh, that's interesting.
They just bring the house lights down, and through most of the breaks, Bob Barker would come out. He'd, do a little question and answer period sort of thing. But before the show starts, when the show starts, everybody's clapping and screaming, everybody's, hey. And you can't really hear the announcer as he's calling names in the first part of the show because it's so noisy. So they put names on cards up in front on the stage.
Okay.
Right? So he says the name, but they show the card. And I think I was the third one called.
Really?
Yeah. So I see my name like, oh my God. And you got to watch the video. You see me look like a fool, but got up there. So so you get up there, get on stage, and I think I got on the second game I got up
So
there.
you sat in contestants row.
Sat in contestants row. Yep. Watched the first one. Then on the second one, I got up there in the second one, won the bid, outbid a guy by $1.
That's awesome.
Kind of a douchey move, but I don't care.
You won. Who
Yep.
cares?
And I played 10 chances.
Okay.
You know what game that is?
No, I don't know what
so
that
there's
is.
3 prizes. It starts out really cheap. Mine was a little hibachi grill.
Okay.
And then there was a wooden dollhouse. And then the third prize was a car.
Yeah.
a Mercury Grand Marquis.
Nice.
Right? You have to, so they give you, like the first one, the grill, they give you 3 numbers, and 2 of the numbers are the price of the grill, right?
Okay,
So I think,
sure.
I think it was a 3, a 7, and a 0. So I break down $70. He hits the button, it drops, I win the grill.
Okay.
First
You're
shot.
excited.
First
this
shot.
time.
Right? Super excited. Second one comes up, some dollhouse, and there's like a 4, a 5, a 7, and a 0. So I do 750, hits it, boom, win that.
Yeah.
So I won the first 2 prizes on the first 2. So it gives me 8 more chances to win the car, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So mind you, at the time, I'm 25 years old. Mercury Grand Marquis. No clue. I have no clue about this car. I mean, I know it's an old grandpa car. That's all I know.
Yeah.
I know nothing about it. I don't know the price. I don't know anything. So as you're on the stage, they have 3 big rolling cameras. You can't see the audience.
Oh, so all you're seeing is these cameras
All I see is
moving
these cameras, right? I mean, I'm trying to duck and weave and bob to see my mom to say, give me some freaking advice,
Yeah.
Mom. Like, I have no idea. So I went through that, and I think on my 6th guess for the car, which is actually the 8th out of the whole thing, but on the 6th guess, I finally got it, and I won the car.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Then you go back, you sit down for a while, then you come up halfway through the show, you do the whole wheel thing, right?
Yep.
So I go up and I do the wheel, and I was the last one to go because I won the most in the first half of the show.
You win the most. You're the last one to
And
spin the wheel.
the poor guy that was next to me, he spun a 90, like right off the bat. He got 90 cents.
Okay.
You know, you got to get $1.
You got to get $1.
So I think the first one, it was 50 cents. I spun 50, so you got to spin again. And that puppy landed on 45 cents.
No.
95
that's amazing.
cents, right?
95 cents. You went into the showcase.
So I went in the showcase. So go sit down again, go through the second half of the show. And I go up the showcase. And I was there. I can remember Colette, I think was her name, from Texas. Colleen, Texas. I remember that to this day. Colleen, Texas. And so I won the most. So I got to bid or pass on the first one.
Okay.
The first one was like a fireplace and a camper. And like, I'm 25. What the hell am I going to do with a camper? So I pass on it. The second one was...
Well, it's always known the second showcase is better.
second is always better. It's
always better.
Duh. But what's funny, so I was working retail at the time, and the first thing that comes up is this huge 53-inch screen TV.
Yeah.
I know exactly how much that is. And then with the TV is a satellite DirecTV, literally just came out. I know exactly how much that is.
Because you had it at your store.
So I knew exactly what the retail was on these things, right? So I'm doing my head, okay, math. And then it was like a bedroom set and a whole bunch of stuff, which I kind of had a guess on. But so I gave my bid. I was like $9,500 or whatever. I thought it was pretty darn good, and the audience is like, ooh. So I'm thinking,
no.
oh crap,
You're
did I
gonna
screw
lose.
that up? Well, the other one, she way underbid or overbid. I don't know. She was way the heck off. I was within like $1,900.
Really?
So I won. So
You're amazing.
Yeah, it
you
was
won
fun.
the showcase showdown.
And what's funny is you watch a show, you watch the end. So you're outside in this line for 9 hours, right?
Yeah.
So you get to know the people around you, you make friends. And we all made a pact, the 5 of us, my mom and these 3 other people, said, if any of us get on stage at the end, we're bringing all of us up.
Okay, and you did.
So you watch the show, and these 3 random people come up on stage with me. I couldn't tell you their names this day. I don't know who they are. Never seen them again since. These 3 randos are up there with me on stage. So
That's awesome.
yeah, but it was a blast.
So did you still have your winnings, your gifts?
Have a couple of them. Sold the car right away. So everything you win, I won. What was it, about 36,000? I think was the grand total.
Okay.
$36,000 including the car and everything. So they delivered the car to to a car dealer of your choice.
Sure.
So I picked one near my house and went there. Literally went to the dealer, sat in the car, turned around, said, "Okay, you want to buy it?"
Yeah.
So I sold it back to the dealer. So I think the car was like 27,000. I think I got 16 grand for it, which
Okay.
is basically their invoice price, more or less, right?
Sure.
But I used that to pay for the taxes because you have to claim it as income on your taxes.
Yeah.
So 36 grand, about 25% of that's about 9 grand. So I had to pay straight out 9 grand in sales tax
To get the
basically.
prizes.
To get the prizes. So I had to claim it as income. So I took the cash from that, paid for the sales taxes, and then kept the rest of the cash.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so I still have the bedroom set. We use that for furniture every day.
Yep.
And in our kitchen, we still have the baker's rack, which I wanted to get up on stage. So you see that every time you're here.
I do see
Yeah.
it. Yay, good for Rob.
So yeah, that was fun. No,
That's awesome.
totally do that again.
Can I have your autograph?
Maybe.
But in the late 90s came the big reveal game shows. In 1998, the UK aired Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? And it was like lightning in a bottle.
God, 98. I didn't realize it was that old.
I know, right?
Yeah.
This is the suspense, the music, the lifelines. It changed everything in the world of game shows.
Yeah, I remember it came to the U.S. in 99, though. It was hosted by Regis Philbin.
That's right.
Yep, absolutely blew up. It revealed the big money format, the $1 million prizes, the dramatic lighting, and that famous question, is that your final answer?
That's right. And it was always on primetime at night.
Yeah, I mean, at one point, I think it was on like 5 nights a week.
It was a huge,
yeah,
it was
you
a big
couldn't get
deal.
enough of it.
But that success opened the door for a new wave of game shows like Deal or No Deal or 1 versus 100, even reality hybrids like Survivor and The Weakest Link. Suddenly, the line between game shows and reality TV got really blurry.
Yeah, and even today, game shows continue to evolve from trivia apps like HQ Trivia to social media-driven formats. The basic formula hasn't changed much. You test your luck, you test your brain, and really hope the buzzer doesn't beat you to it.
Plus, what we haven't really talked about yet are all the game show scandals.
Oh my gosh, there were a ton of them.
There were a lot of scandals. 1959, 21, Rigged is exposed.
Yes, it is.
From 1956 to 57, Charles Van Doren captivated audiences for 14 weeks on NBC's quiz show 21, accumulating $129,000 in winnings.
My God, I didn't realize it was 14 weeks. That's a long time.
It's a long time.
Yeah.
However, other contestants alleged the program was rigged. In 1959, Van Doren confessed to congressional investigators that producers had supplied him with the answers and coached him on his performances, as reported by the New York Times.
Wow.
He subsequently pleaded guilty to second-degree perjury for lying to the Manhattan grand jury about the deception and receiving a suspended sentence. Van Doren also lost his position as a Columbia instructor. Amidst the scandal, he expressed deep regret, stating, "I would give almost anything I have to reverse the course of my life in the last 3 years." This event later inspired the 1994 film Quiz Show.
Oh, that's what it was. It wasn't 21. It was Quiz Show based on the show 21.
Sure,
Okay.
sure.
Yeah, that's a great movie. Yeah, if you haven't seen that, have you seen that?
I don't think I've seen it.
Oh, yeah, seriously, I check it out. It's a great movie. It really goes over the scandal in great detail, and it's amazing that how much they got away with. And
So, of course, we don't remember anything about the scandal.
Oh, God, no.
Before our time, but I really want to watch the show
Yeah.
because it seems very interesting to me.
it's super interesting, and that really explains why game shows aren't rigged today. Like why there's so much scrutiny behind the scenes of the actual prizes, what you have to give away, what you have to win. Like they're so tenacious about it, and this is why. So yeah. So in 1978, I vaguely remember this one. The dating game host killer Rodney Alcala.
I remember hearing about it.
I remember hearing about this. So Rodney Alcala, known as the dating game killer, appeared on the syndicated dating game show in 1978 during his killing spree.
Ugh.
This period is depicted in the recent Netflix film Woman of the Hour. Oh, I watched that. I remember that now. I watched that.
Did you watch it? I didn't watch that.
That's a great movie.
Okay.
Yeah. So Alcala was apprehended and received a death sentence in 2010 for the murders of one child and 4 women, as reported by ABC News. He later admitted guilt to the murders of 2 additional women and was suspected in other killings. Alcala died in 2021 while on California's death row.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
I remember watching the dating game.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was very 70s flowers.
Oh, my God, it was great.
Yeah.
The big kiss at the end. Mwah! It's the best.
In 1984, Michael Larson finds the key to Press Your Luck.
Oh, I remember this one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Michael Larson appeared on Press Your Luck, where he won $110,000, a boat, and vacations to the Bahamas and Hawaii.
Okay, and for those that don't, never watch a show or don't get it, you'd be lucky to win $5-10 grand on that show. I mean, this was massive. 110,000?
Yeah.
Huge.
His secret, he memorized 5 hidden patterns that governed the game's board seemingly random cursor.
Yeah, it wasn't random at all. I mean, it was a
planned,
definite pattern. Yeah. And back then they weren't very much into that yet. So
despite his ingenious strategy, CBS initially resisted paying Larson. Michael Brockman, then head of CBS daytime programming, recalled in a 2019 interview with The Hollywood Reporter that the network's standards and practices department suspected cheating. Brockman, however, countered, how did he cheat? He beat the system. CBS ultimately relented and paid Larson his winnings.
well, yeah, I mean, they pretty much had to. I mean, he didn't cheat.
He didn't. He just memorized.
He found the key to their secret.
Right.
And that's not cheating.
And if they can't have a random
Right.
That's
on them.
Process, well, that's their fault.
Yep.
Following the incident, Press Your Luck producers reprogrammed the game board to include 32 patterns. Larson later died in 1999 from throat cancer, at which point he was reportedly being sought by the SEC, IRS, and the FBI in connection with the fraudulent multi-level marketing scheme.
Wow. Everybody was after him.
Yeah.
It's funny. So way back when Game Show Network was in its early days, this is the first original program they did. They did an hour-long thing, or probably longer than that, on this guy. And they went back and grabbed all the actual footage from the show. It's CBS only aired the show once, and it was a 2-day show.
Okay.
Because it was that long. It took them 2 days to get through this guy.
Sure.
They aired it once, and they never aired it again because they didn't want to.
This shows their secrets.
Yeah, well, they didn't want to be embarrassed by this
Right.
guy, that he figured out the hook, right?
Right.
So Game Show Network did this whole thing on it, and it was just phenomenal to watch the original footage. And they showed a bunch of like behind the scenes unaired footage too about what was happening. And so the pattern is a very simple pattern. It's like, I think by the 8th light, they always start at the same point, and by the 8th light, that's when they hit the grand prize, like win 5,000 and then another spin.
Sure.
So that's why he kept going and going and going and going,
Because he figured that out.
because he always got an additional spin.
Yeah.
So he never lost his turns. I think it took him a couple times to quite get the buzzer down right to stop it.
Yeah.
But once he did, that puppy was on a roll, and he just kept nailing it, and they're just like, keep going. I mean, it's nothing you can do, right?
Wow, that's crazy.
And there was a movie about it too. I think it was on like Peacock or something a few years ago, which is really good. But yeah, the original footage was just amazing to watch this guy. So, yep. So back in 2001, Charles Ingram is declared a millionaire cheater.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So in 2001, Charles Ingram, a contestant on the UK version of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. His wife, Diana Ingram, and fellow contestant Teshwin Widdock were found guilty of procuring the execution of a valuable security by deception.
What does that mean?
That's a lot of words. The accusation stemmed from allegations that Diana and Widdock used coughs during filming to signal the correct answers to Charles.
No, really?
Right?
From the audience, they're coughing?
Right, from their coughing. So as a result, the Ingrams' $1 million prize was revoked. They both received 18-month suspended prison sentences, $15,000 in fines, and were ordered to pay $10,000 in costs, according to the BBC News. The story of this scandal was later adapted in the 2020 TV miniseries Quiz.
No, I haven't seen that either. I think I want to watch all of these shows now.
You know what's funny? I have a game show in the back of my mind. I kind of remember watching this movie too.
Yeah.
I mean, 2020, there was a lot to do during 2020. So if something new came out, like we were so on
You
it.
probably watched it.
Well, what else is there to do? I mean, you can only stare at each other for so long. So let's watch something new. This looks good. So that's what we did.
In 2008, a perfect Price is Right bid raises suspicions.
Ooh, near and dear to my heart. Price is Right.
Price is Right.
Yeah.
In a memorable 2008 episode of The Price is Right, host Drew Carey was visibly unenthused when contestant Terry Neese made history with the show's first ever perfect Showcase Showdown bid of $23,743.
What?
Carey initially suspected Neese of cheating, as he later revealed to Esquire in 2010.
Okay.
However, Neese clarified to the magazine that his success was the result of months of studying episodes and memorizing price values. He explained that $23,000 was his calculated bid for the showcase, and the adjusted $743 came from his personal PIN number. A combination of his wedding date and his wife's birthday.
That seems like a legit story. So
It seems a little false.
So despite Neese's explanation, Carey believed the contestant was assisted by Ted Slauson, a superfan known for memorizing prize values and signaling correct answers to contestants, a practice that dated back to the Bob Barker era. Slauson's motivation was simply the enjoyment of seeing contestants win. While Neese was ultimately allowed to keep his prizes, Slauson reportedly faced a ban from future tapings. Shocker.
Right?
Their intriguing story is chronicled in the 2017 documentary Perfect Bid, The Contestant Who Knew Too Much. Okay, I've seen this one too.
Yeah, I've seen this. It's a documentary, and it's actually quite fascinating.
It's really
to watch.
good, yeah. So following this incident, the Price is Right producers have adjusted gameplay to prevent viewers from memorizing prizes. So, you know, it's funny though, because you're right. I remember watching the show, and you're right. This guy, like, he had this huge spreadsheet of, like, every season, they had the same prizes.
same prizes.
And the prices stayed the same for the entire year.
Right. So you could memorize them.
Oh, totally could. And kind of back to my story is, okay, I didn't know the exact retail price of the prizes I was bidding on in that Showcase Showdown.
But you were lucky to actually know two of the prices.
I had a really good working knowledge of what the actual,
Right.
like, what the manufacturer suggested retail price was.
Because you worked in retail.
I worked in retail.
Yeah.
And I knew those two items. I knew the satellite dish, I knew the TV, and I knew, I mean, I was dead on, but
And-
I mean, in my head, like, I had a really good ballpark.
Had your store had bedroom furniture,
Yeah,
you would have
right.
gotten that too.
Probably, right.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, it's crazy that something like this is called a scandal. It's like, no, man, it's people working the system.
Right. Just learning the system.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. And those are only a few of the scandals, but beyond the scandals, it's crazy to think that a genre born from 1920s radio spelling bees is still thriving today.
Right? That's crazy.
Yeah. It's proof that competition, laughter, and the dream of winning something, really anything, never gets old.
It doesn't. I always want to win something.
Right? You got to, play to win though.
Of course, I'd have to play first, right?
Like lottery and
However,
scratch offs.
if I remember,
pull tabs.
I did win the trivia contest against you. This is never going to die. Never going to die.
Don't you have some tag to read here at the end?
Let me read it.
Okay.
As always, please follow us on the socials at Oh and One More Thing Pod on Facebook and Instagram for highlights and news of our upcoming shows.
And if you have a show idea for us or just want to give us some feedback or just want to say hi, we'd love to say hi to you. Send us an email to ohandonemorethingpod@gmail.com. Love to hear from you.
Plus, I think we've got merchandise, t-shirts and caps. We'd love to give you one. Please send us an email.
Yeah, everybody's wearing them. Oh, and one more thing. Whether it's for bragging rights, a car, or $1 million, game shows have always been about giving everyday people their moment in the spotlight. And that's why, even after 100 years, we're still tuning in.
Cool.
All right.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
I think we should both go on a game show together.
Oh, totally.